Grand Rising YouTube, Grand Rising. Good evening, good day, depending on where you are. I'm back in again to channel messages that are sent to me, through me, and for me to share. This one's a bit of a strange one for me, because I've definitely been channeling and just listen to that wind, that breeze. I don't know if you could hear it in the back, but I've definitely been tapped in to the energies that's around right now. And this is going back to a message that I put up around 3 weeks ago. It was at a time when I put up a message and the thumbnail says don't play. It's at a time when I was spiritually attacked within the 5D. Triggered me into a barrage of messages. That was chapter 9. And what came through in chapter 9, you know, it revealed to me. I asked a question. I asked to show me who's behind the spiritual attack, and what the Most High did is he showed me who was behind the spiritual attack, the energies of. But nevertheless, there was a freestyle that I said within that, and the energies that was coming around, especially in the message I titled, "Be mindful, this is a setup. The bartender sees more than what they're saying," or something or the other. It's titled. But the freestyle that I wrote at the time was, "Make me roll for me, roll back. And them they gonna want me clap back." Now, I've been following the Shanquella Robinson case. And I realized that she was slam dunked to the ground. And they broke her back and they cracked a bone. I believe it was in her vertebrae at the top by her neck. I was brought back to that message that I did early this rising. I've been awake. I was meant to come in and do a message. Strong grandfather energy came through, but then I got distracted. I saw a live, and you know, I joined the live, but nothing happens by accident. I needed to take that pause, because after I came out of that live, I began to try and clear my energy. So I stood up, you know, and I was about to leave. I was gonna run a bath, and we're talking about around the 4 a.m.s this rising. Could have even been earlier, to be honest, but around that time. But as I was in my wardrobe getting my things together to go into the bathroom, something said turn around. Now I recognized this voice within, so I turned around, and as I turned around, what I would have seen is outside of my window, which is pitch black, by the way. So as I turned around, I noticed that there was a little blue light. It looks like those LED lights that you may have around your home, you know. My children have them in their room, so I recognize the lighting, you know. It was just one, looked like a torch or something. So anyway, I heard wave, because obviously it's strange. I sit here all the time and I never seen that light come on before, ever. So I put my hand up, because if I can see you, you can see me, kind of an energy. Instantly, as I put my hands up to say hi, the light went out. It's like these people are trying to install some kind of illusion and fear into you, that your mind becomes overwhelmed. But never me. They would never see me respond in the way that they wanted me to respond in. Never me. I'm always going to follow that highest energy within. And the highest energy within me said, continue doing what you was going to do. Go in your bath, cleanse your energy. Continue with your day. And when I got into the bath now, brought me right back into the energy of Shanquella again. Bear in mind, when I woke up this rising, before I even tapped into the live that was on today, there was an energy of cleanup vibes. I'm going to read what I wrote this rising. I wrote quite a bit, so I'm going to go back. So there was something about France that came through for me. something about 2003. I'm just trying to find, because it was at a point where I was just washing my hands in the bathroom. And now this is early. This is, we're talking about, this could have been around 1 a.m. between 1 and 2. There's something about timeline in here. Timeline, sorry. There's something about the police is needing to look into the timelines. There's something wrong with the timeline, and that's coming through so strong. And also Lee, also, I believe that, again, going back to being in the bathroom this morning, when I first woke up, washing my hands at the sink. Now, I'm always going to use soap to wash my hands, you understand? But why was I in an energy of contemplating whether to use soap or not, you know? And then I was brought back into the season of Sense 8 that I've been watching. Now, I watched that back in 2019, but I never had much understanding of my spiritual journey back then as I do now. So I was then re-guided to watch that season again. I only watched like the first 3 or 4 of season 1 of Sense 8. And now it all made sense because it all came flooding back, both seasons. So it made sense to me now. I felt like I was in my bathroom, but I wasn't. Deep energy. Yeah, I was in so many different meds today. So again, something about needing to check your Ring doorbell, needing to up your security and get a Ring doorbell. I've written here, okay, it's too small, I can't even read what I was writing here, but Ring doorbell was the first thing that come to my mind, and this is as I woke up, so this is even prior to going into the bathroom and needing to wash my hands. Itchy foot, washing hands. Not washing well, still have evidence on hands. Something not cleaned up well. Bathroom, wishy-washy. Just as I was to tap into a message, a light in the distance. I clocked it as I came towards the table. I waved just because of the watcher whisper energy from Sense 8. That's the watchers or the whisperers, you know, those that try to intercept, those that try to cause illusions and try to cause fears, that it blocks your intuition and what it is that you actually see, feel and know. Like went out, like they wanted to be seen, LOL, but not be seen, LOL, but I don't care. Nothing to fear but God himself. And then I was picking up on certain of the dates of going back. It's like I was just being drawn back into my reality and how Shanquella must have ever felt within her last few days, that long weekend that she went away. The reading that I put up, it was on the 24th of October. I believe she flew out on the 28th of October. But to the way there's so much that resembles, you know, it's like there was definitely a energy there, a warning energy. And it maybe not be for who, you know, who needed to maybe hear that message. But I feel like there's definitely a general message here, a general collective message that there's a need to be mindful and aware. I've been sharing this since yesterday. Love all and trust none. Right now, the energy is peak right now. It's friends are setting up friends, families are sacrificing family. It's and then again I started writing a rhyme. This is literally just a while ago, and I stopped because I'm thinking, where am I going with this? And this is regarding to the poison that they said that she had, the alcohol poisoning. And I was kind of chanting to myself, just, you know, them kill dog couldn't kill a god or a goddess who are whole for the rod. And this is me stepping into kind of my energy now. Because going back to a couple of years ago, or not a couple, it was about 4 years ago, and I was in the heights of a breakup that should have broken up a long time before then. But nevertheless, it was where it was at. And I wouldn't say it was civil, but it was alright, you know? So at this point, I was doing some kind of self employment work where my ex at the time came with me. I paid him, I ended up paying him some money for coming to help me on that job. But I wasn't feeling too well. So I kind of came in, lied down. He went and came back with a large fish. I don't mean just a fish, it was large, larger than normal. But all of that for one person. Yes, I know certain things will build my appetite back up when I'm feeling a bit low, but something was wrong, you know? Something was wrong. And I took one fork out of it and I heard, put that down. So I did. I recognized that voice within, you know, so I did, and I lied down and I just rested because I felt, you know, weak anyway. When I'd woke up, I'd realized that the fish had gone. I realized that my dog had ate the fish. Less than a year later, my dog had passed away. Certain messages that I've had, dreams I've had, and I'm talking about going about 4 years ago, way before the tarot. Tarot just kind of brought more insight to the dreams that I was having prior to. There was a lot more to it than that as well, but it kind of highlighted to me then how long something may have been going on for, unknowns to me. But when I asked the question, show me my enemies, the Most High started revealing them to me one by one, and they were right within my home. So, I mean, I did write a lot more here. Brought back to an energy of France and or association with people, places, or maybe things. I need to remove any remains. And that's again, I'm in their energy. I feel like they're needing to remove any remains of the past to clear house. And then I tapped into that movie, Clean Up, with Samuel L. Jackson. Let go of what no longer serves you. What's in your home, life, car is broken, needs fixing, or not working, or not worth fixing. If it ain't broke, why fix it? Was the quote I heard at this time. I'm actually hearing a conversation. This is that clean up energy. I'm hearing a group of people at that time having a conversation in regards to how they're going to cover up this energy, this story. It was a deep energy I was in this rising. And all now I can't put the words to the experience that I actually had. The only way I can explain it, and now I understand why I was sharing it so much. I even made a load of flashcards. Read between the lines, because I can feel this energy was trying to communicate to me, but I couldn't put my finger on what it was until the confirmation came of the case of Shanquella. It's like I feel a connection to this soul. I feel a connection to her soul. Can't put my finger on it. Feel this was around what happened to Shanquella's back. There was a lot of discussion between 3 and 5 and getting numbers. Heart racing, and right now it's still racing as it was then when I was writing this. Fear of what to do. I feel this group may have been taunting her before, while leading up to the getaway, the going away, this birthday retreat. I have feelings of she forgave them, truths, new beginnings, false illusions to treat her like crap when they got there. I'm picking up that bartender energy now from the message that I did, which was that warning message, which is titled Set Up Vibes. Someone will come forward in regards to what they may have seen, eyewitness behind the bar. Or there was a chef. There was also on the second night, there was a chef. They say his statement was that all seemed well. But I feel like someone behind the scenes, someone's going to give an eyewitness statement add more insight into what really happened. I feel like there's a hesitation of when to make a phone call. I feel like they hesitated. I feel like there's someone else behind what they did, and they hesitated to make the phone call. They hesitated to make a phone call for emergency services also, and that's why there's some kind of discrepancy. I can't even say the word right now. Question mark around what one of our friends are saying. There's a video that's gone viral, and I can't even listen to all of it because he's just lying from the rip of that. He's just lying from the get-go. His energy speaks volumes. Just like on another video I saw, there was one lying across the bed with a phone in his hands. His energy spoke, or her energy spoke volumes. Their energy speaks volumes to me, and I can't even bear to even look anymore. It's Again, I was sharing a lot of music and a lot of reposts yesterday, and I feel like each and every one of them has got some kind of relevance to what's gone on. Definitely, there was one, even at one point, I was picking up on 1717. I'm picking up on a time difference, and at the time when I picked up on this, there was a plane that went past. Now, that's not unusual for where I am, but it was the loudness of the plane for me. There was a relevance for that spiritually. Like I said, I feel like I'm strongly connected to this energy. I don't know how, because again, this is all new to me. I'm only 2 to 3 years into this energy, and I'm learning every day. I'm in the energy right now. We're coming into the new moon in Sagittarius. I'm very much a student, but willing to learn. And right now, I'm understanding that there's more to this whole situation than meets the eye. I'm not really one to get caught up in the media, you know, but for some reason, even during COVID and the foot on neck and all of this, like, my sympathy went out to the family. It did. All of this other kind of police brutality against black people. I can feel it. I do. Trust me. Believe me, and know. I've got boys. But none of it ever took me like this energy that I'm feeling right now in regards to Shanquella. And may the Most High have a seat at his table for her. And may she ever rest in peace. And may her family have strength at this time. And may justice be brought to this situation, because I believe it will. There's no way I've taken it on so strongly like this. And on this note, I'm going to end this message here. I'm going to get some water, because I feel emotional right now for the family and for how she must have felt those last few hours.